What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining us. Today we've got two parts of big news I need to share with you. It's pretty cool. Super excited to share it with you. Stay with us. All right, so the first part of the big news. I am super excited to announce that we have Ravenol as a key sponsor with us on the SSBB YouTube channel and part of our journey. They have sponsored me a whole bunch of product that I will be using on the race car, and I use their product anyway on the bus. So for this episode, we need to do a major service on the bus, on the tow rig, and I'll tell you why in a second. And we're also going to throw a bunch of product at the BMW. So first to start, we have a 10W60 full racing oil. This is a full synthetic race oil for extremely high pressures, high temperatures in extreme situations. So we will be using that in the engine. Next, we have a fully synthetic gear oil. This is also for a limited slip differential, so we will be using this in the gearbox and in the differential. Okay, this is an API GL5 plus LS oil, and all of the links will be in the description. Next up, we're going to be using their RS325 plus brake fluid. This is a high temperature racing brake fluid. This we're going to completely flush the system and use this brake fluid, obviously for the higher temperatures, pressures, extreme situations. So we've got some of that for this bad boy, and then we have got just some normal ATF that we're going to be using for our power steering system. So I haven't gone to an electric power steering system just yet. We're going to be using the normal power steering system for now, so we've got some good old ATF for that. So first things first, let's get the engine oil in. Alright, so this engine, this M44 B19, M42, M44 Frankenstein B19 takes a full 5 liters of oil, so we're just going to dump this 5 liters, this 1060 racing oil straight in. Again, thank you to Ravenol for supporting us and supporting the channel. I'm super excited to work with them, and let's see. Oh yeah, nice deep golden. Alright, so the other big news is that I'm super excited because we are going to race in Cape Town on the 10th of August. I think it's the 10th of August. But it is, I'm super excited because I personally just love that track, Killarney Raceway, and the big push on this whole conversion to this M44 has been for this race and going forward for 2024 and 2025. So that's why we are doing a mega service on the bus, and I'm going to show you everything we've done there, and that's why we are doing making sure that this bad boy is in proper operation. So we've still got a little bit to do, but we sure as hell not going to miss this. Come hook or by crook, we're going to try and push to make this event. So super excited, and while this thing is only running now, we're going to get it on the dyno real soon, and we'll get the bus done, and then hopefully, I don't know if it'll be the next episode, but the episode after that we are going to be in Cape Town. So super excited for that. We'll film the whole thing and obviously release it, but yeah, let's jump into the bus. Alright, so with us going to Cape Town for the next big event, we need to get there, and part of getting there is this bad boy, my tow rig. It's VW Transporter 2012 T5. We live in Gauteng or Pretoria, and Cape Town is about 1,500 kilometers away from us, so that's about 1,000 miles, 900 miles, and we're going to tow there, and I'm going to use ye old trusty tow rig, which is been very good to me. It's like I say, it's 2012 VW T5 Transporter. It is a 4Motion, and it's a DSG. So this car has 250,000 kilometers on the clock, and it needs quite a big service at the moment. So like I say, we have a whole host of products that we're going to throw at it. We have 5W40 Ravenol engine oil, which we're going to use. We have DSG gearbox oil. We've got 8 liters of something of that we're going to throw at it. I have brake fluid that we're going to flush, completely flush the system. With that, I've got a new set of brake pads, so we're going to put brake pads on the front. I had the front discs skimmed, so new brake pads. Also with the Gearbox Service is we have a new Gearbox oil filter. That's part of it. I also have a pump. There's a whole procedure to change the oil in one of these boxes, so we're going to run through that. As part of that, I also have a new genuine Volkswagen sump plug, and the reason I got a new one was because we're going to use the existing or the old one. We're going to modify the old one to form part of the pumping system, so I'll show you what we do there. I have new anti-roll bar end links or sway bar end links because the car is still making a clunking noise on the front, and since I had this car on about 200,000 kilometers, it's been making noises in the front end, and I've redone everything else, control arm bushes, top bushes, and it's still making a noise. So I suspect it's either the end links, so because of the mileage just put new ones, and or bottom control arm bushes. So we've got two new bottom control arm bushes. We're going to put those in as well. And then to top it all off, on these cars the center prop shaft bearing does become an issue, and given the mileage it is starting to make a bit of noise in the back. I've got a new center prop shaft bearing that we're going to put in, so it's quite a lot of work to get through over here. The engine service is straightforward, but gearbox service is another story, and then the mechanicals. So let's jump into that. If you want to see some more of this kind of content, please consider subscribing. Just click on the subscribe button, hit the bell, and you're good to go. That is the gearbox drain plug. I'm going to change the engine oil as well. The engine oil, I did a big service on this car only about 6,000 kilometers ago, but because we're towing such a far away and by the time we get there it's going to be due for a service anyway, so I'm going to change the engine oil now. While we're busy here with the gearbox, let's just drain the engine oil and see what it's like. Alright, so we clean this jobby, then we can reinstall this into the gearbox. Alright, so what I did in the end, drilled a hole through this, put this plastic tube inside and connected it like so. This will now go into the gearbox, and then I can pump the gearbox full of oil. When I'm done, I'll pinch the pipe, take this out and quickly put the new plug in. Let's go. Right, we get the new item, Borsenhang. This is the same element. I suspect this goes on the filter housing. So I'm going to get this puppy in. We are now going to put in engine oil, going for the 540 again on this bad boy. I run it a bit thicker. The manual calls for a 530, but I run a 540 because we live in South Africa, and it's very hot here. Just deals with the heat much better. And also this motor has 250,000 Ks on it, so we've been busy. The prop shaft bearing is fighting us. We can't get that CV joint off, so we're going to come back on the weekend and cut it off and put a new one on, and we'll bleed the brakes as well, put new brake fluid and so on. We might do the end links now, but yeah, this car's fought us a bit, but at least we got the big stuff done. Done what we could. Alright, that's going to be a wrap for this episode. Thank you. And as you can see, we took the bus for a little test drive. We went out to Clarence, about 4 hours from where we stay in Pretoria, and just to make sure everything's good before the big track. And yeah, everything seems good. We did a lot of work off camera, the brakes, the center bearing, the end links, just because it was too much to do and film and everything. But what I can report is that the car is driving really well. And in the next episode, we are going to jump into some upgrades on the BMW and just some reliability stuff before we head over to Cape Town. So thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.